The story of Vyasa's birth is a fascinating tale filled with divine intervention, a bit of drama, and the making of a literary giant. It all begins with a king named Vasu, who was known for his righteousness and devotion. King Vasu ruled the kingdom of Chedi. He was a just and powerful king, loved by his people. One day, while hunting in the forest, he came across a beautiful woman named Adrika. She was no ordinary woman. She was an Aspara, a celestial nymph. Asparas were known for their beauty and grace, and Adrika was one of the most enchanting. King Vasu was captivated by her. They fell in love and got married. They lived happily for some time, but their joy was short-lived. Adrika was cursed to live on earth as a human. The curse stated that she would be freed from it only when she gave birth to a child. Heartbroken, Adrika told King Vasu about the curse. They both knew their time together was limited. Soon, Adrika became pregnant. The anticipation of the child's birth filled the kingdom. But as the time drew near, Adrika reminded King Vasu of her curse. She told him that after giving birth, she would have to leave him and return to her heavenly abode. King Vasu was devastated, but he knew he couldn't change fate. The day arrived, and Adrika gave birth to a son. A wave of joy washed over the kingdom. But true to her words, Adrika, after blessing her husband and son, vanished, returning to her celestial home. King Vasu was left with his newborn son, and a heart full of sorrow. The baby boy was named Vasuprada. However, he was also known by another name, Aparachara. This name had a special meaning. It referred to the fact that King Vasu had given him a special chariot, which could travel in the sky, to protect him. The chariot was a gift from Indra, the king of gods. King Vasu loved his son dearly. He raised him with great care and taught him all the skills a prince needed to learn: archery, swordsmanship, statecraft, and the scriptures. Aparachara grew into a strong, intelligent, and virtuous young man, just like his father. He was destined to become a great king himself. Now, here's where the story takes a turn and connects to the birth of Vyasa. King Aparachara, while hunting, ventured deep into the forest. He came across a beautiful and serene hermitage. It was the ashram of a sage named Shakti. Shakti was a renowned scholar and a wise man. Aparachara was impressed by the sage and decided to stay at the ashram for some time. During his stay, Aparachara met Shakti's daughter, Satyavati. Satyavati was a beautiful and intelligent young woman. She was also known for her sweet fragrance. The fragrance was so strong that it could be smelled from a great distance. This fragrance was a blessing given to her by a sage. Aparachara was captivated by Satyavati's charm and her gentle nature. They fell in love. King Aparachara asked Sage Shakti for Satyavati's hand in marriage. Sage Shakti, pleased with Aparachara's virtues and his royal status, gladly agreed. They were married with great pomp and ceremony. Aparachara took Satyavati back to his kingdom, and she became his queen. They lived happily for many years. However, fate had another twist in store for them. One day, King Aparachara had to go on a long journey. During his absence, a sage named Parashara visited Satyavati. Parashara was a powerful sage, the grandson of the great sage Vashistha. He was known for his wisdom and his mastery of the scriptures. He was also known for his short temper. When Parashara arrived at Satyavati's hut, he was immediately drawn to her. He asked her who she was, and she told him the story of her life. Parashara was impressed by Satyavati's honesty and her devotion to her husband. He was also captivated by her beauty and her sweet fragrance. He proposed to her. Satyavati was taken aback. She was already married to King Aparachara. She explained this to Parashara and politely declined his proposal. Parashara, however, was determined. He used his yogic powers to create an illusion. He made it seem as if the day had turned into night, and that King Aparachara was right there beside her. Confused and disoriented, Satyavati, under the influence of the illusion, agreed to Parashara's proposal. Parashara, being a powerful sage, granted Satyavati a boon. He said that her fragrance would become even more divine and that she would bear him a son who would be a great sage and a renowned scholar. He also assured her that her virginity would remain intact even after giving birth. And so, in due course, Satyavati gave birth to a son. The child was extraordinary. He was born with divine knowledge and wisdom. He grew up quickly and became a great sage. He was named Krishna Dvaipayana. Krishna because of his dark complexion, and Dvaipayana because he was born on an island Dvipa. He is also known as Vyasa, which means the arranger, or the compiler, because he compiled and arranged the Vedas and other scriptures. Vyasa was a remarkable figure. He was not just a sage, he was a visionary, a scholar, and a literary genius. He is credited with composing the Mahabharata, one of the greatest epics of all time. He also compiled the Puranas, the ancient Hindu scriptures. Vyasa's contribution to Indian literature and philosophy is immense. He is revered as one of the most important figures in Hindu tradition. The story of Vyasa's birth is a complex one, filled with divine intervention and extraordinary circumstances. It highlights the importance of destiny, the power of boons, and the extraordinary lineage of a sage who shaped the cultural and religious landscape of India. From a celestial nymph to a king, a sage, and finally, the birth of Vyasa, the story is a testament to the rich tapestry of Indian mythology and its enduring influence.